Imagine a man so charming, so intelligent, that he could blend into any crowd, win over anyone he met. Now imagine that same man is one of the most notorious serial killers in history, responsible for the brutal murders of dozens of young women. This is the story of Ted Bundy, a monster hiding in plain sight. From his mysterious birth to his gruesome end, we'll uncover the chilling truth behind his life, his killings, and the twisted reasons that drove him to become one of America's most feared criminals. Join us as we delve into the dark mind of Ted Bundy, a man who terrorized the nation and left a trail of horror that still haunts us today. Ted Bundy was born Theodore Robert Cowell on November 24, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont, at the Elizabeth Lund Home for Unwed Mothers. His mother, Eleanor Louise Cowell, was unmarried, and to avoid scandal, Bundy was raised by his grandparents in Philadelphia, who pretended to be his parents. This deception led to years of confusion about H's true identity, which some psychologists believe contributed to his later psychological issues. In 1950, Bundy moved to Tacoma, Washington, with his mother, who married Johnny Bundy, a man who formally adopted Ted. Despite outward appearances of a normal childhood, Bundy struggled with feelings of inadequacy and had a strained relationship with his mother. Described as shy but intelligent, he excelled academically, later attending the University of Washington to study psychology. Yet beneath this facade, a fascination with violence was growing, setting the stage for his horrific crimes. By 1974, Ted Bundy's dark impulses erupted into a killing spree that would terrorize the nation. His first confirmed victim was Linda Ann Healy, a 21-year-old student abducted from her Seattle apartment on February 1, 1974. Over the next year, Bundy targeted young women across Washington, Oregon, and Utah, using his charm and good looks to lure them into his trap. Bundy's method was chillingly calculated. He often pretended to be injured or impersonated authority figures, like police officers, to gain his victims' trust. Once alone, he would strike, bludgeoning them with a crowbar or tire iron before strangling them. His victims were typically young, attractive women, students, hitchhikers, or women out for the evening. By the end of 1974, Bundy had claimed at least 12 lives, including Donna Gail Manson, Susan Elaine Rancourt, and Denise Marie Naslund. Many of their bodies were found mutilated, some decapitated or dismembered, with remains scattered in remote locations like Taylor Mountain and Issaquah. His ability to move across states and evade capture left law enforcement scrambling and communities gripped by fear. In August 1975, Bundy was arrested in Utah for kidnapping and attempted murder after a failed abduction of Carol Duranch. Police found suspicious items in his Volkswagen Beetle, including handcuffs and a ski mask, linking him to missing women. But Bundy was far from contained. While awaiting trial, he escaped custody twice. First in June 1977 by jumping from a Colorado courthouse window, and again in December 1977 by sawing through the bars of his cell. During his second escape, Bundy fled to Florida, where he unleashed his most notorious attack. On January 15, 1978, he broke into the Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University, brutally attacking 4 women. Margaret Bowman and Lisa Levy were killed, while Karen Chandler and Kathy Kleiner survived with severe injuries. Just weeks later, Bundy's reign of terror ended after a routine traffic stop in Florida on February 15, 1978, when police discovered stolen license plates and linked him to the Chi Omega murders. Facing trial for the murders of Bowman, Levy, and Leach, Bundy chose to represent himself, using his legal knowledge to manipulate proceedings. His charisma drew media attention and even admirers, but the evidence was overwhelming. In 1979 and 1980, Bundy was convicted of 3 counts of murder and sentenced to death. While on death row, he confessed to 30 murders, though experts believe the true number could exceed 100. On January 24, 1989, Ted Bundy was executed in the electric chair at Florida State Prison, closing a dark chapter in American history. Ted Bundy was a textbook psychopath, charming, manipulative, and utterly devoid of empathy. His need for control and power drove his actions, making him one of the most dangerous serial killers in history. In his final days, Bundy claimed pornography fueled his violent fantasies, a statement that sparked controversy. Many experts, including biographers and researchers, argue this was a manipulative attempt to shift blame, aligning with the agenda of anti-pornography advocates like James Dobson. Instead, evidence suggests Bundy's motives were rooted in psychopathy, possibly exacerbated by his early identity struggles and fascination with violence. He kept trophies, such as victims' heads, and admitted to revisiting crime scenes, indicating a deep need to dominate and relive his crimes. Ted Bundy's execution marked the end of his terror, but his legacy endures. His case revolutionized law enforcement, leading to advancements in criminal profiling and the creation of the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit. Bundy's ability to evade capture for years highlighted the need for better coordination between agencies. Yet, the fascination with Bundy often overshadows the lives he took. Victims like Linda Ann Healy, George Ann Hawkins, and Kimberly Leach were daughters, sisters, and friends whose stories deserve to be remembered. Bundy's crimes remind us of the importance of vigilance and the enduring impact of loss on families and communities. Ted Bundy's story is a chilling reminder that evil can hide behind a charming smile. His life and crimes force us to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature and the complexities of the criminal mind. As we reflect on this dark chapter, let's honor the memory of his victims and commit to seeking justice for those who cannot speak for themselves. In the end, Ted Bundy's name will forever be synonymous with evil, a cautionary tale for generations to come.